Good after me, finding me, family and friends, um, kings and queens. It's Miss Sincere Heart here, and I can honestly say that I know I've been quite absent for about 5 days. There were some it was an interesting weekend, first of all. Second, I had to tend to my family, and of course, I will honestly say that I wanted to enjoy some time with my children. I call them my little adults. Anyhow, I need to scoot this video along as fast as I possibly can, but I need to cover the ground that I did not cover as much as I can. I stopped on the 24th of June, so of course I'm going to pick up on the 25th, and I do apologize that these aren't individual messages and individual videos because that was my error. But I'm human, and I'm doing this to let you know that there is a such thing as taking a break. I also did that because I had to. Life forced me to. So again, I apologize. I hope you accept my apology, and I also want to continue moving forward. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do for the month of July, but I know that something will happen, because remember, everything works out in the way it's supposed to. Anyhow, I'm going to read the mantra from the 25th up until today's date, and I'm also going to give you the wow word and definition. And then I'm going to cut it off at that. I'm going to let you know what each mantra meant and what the message is behind it as well. And give you some good news at the end. So, yeah. So, let's go with June 25th, because that's where we should have been picking up at, and that's where we are going to pick up at. June 25th, mantra 25 is make sure your energy is worth the fight, and make sure the fight matches your energy. Go blow for blow. It's hashtag blow for blow. What I mean by that is basically, I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold my notebook, and I'm on my lunch break. And that's another thing I want to do, is I want to pick that up on like being more out in the open. But basically what I mean by go blow for blow, make sure your energy matches your fight, because sometimes we tend to give out more energy than is necessary for a fight. Sometimes some fights just don't require our energy at all. And what I mean by that is, let's use the word petty. There are a lot of petty things that happen, a lot of petty things that are said. So don't get your panties or your boxes in a bunch because of something that's petty. Distinguish what's worth your energy, what is not worth your energy. And I know a lot of what I've been saying says a lot about that lately, but that's just the whole gist of it. Just make sure your energy matches your fight, and the fight is equivalent to the energy. You want to go blow for blow. That way it's worth it. That's the whole point. It makes sure that it's worth it. And for June 26, mantra 26. The mantra was love requires love. You can't expect love to be given to you if you aren't able to give love back. If you it's a give and take. You got to put in what you want to come out. And if there's nothing being taken out or nothing being put in, then it's just empty on both aspects of it. Plain and simple. I really don't have to explain that one. I don't have to go into depths about that one. If you want love from yourself, you have to give yourself love. I can tell you that. If you want love from someone else, you have to give love to someone else. But don't expect for the person that you're giving love to give you the equal amount of love back. Sometimes they may not give you love back at all. You have to be able to understand that and know that before you even start giving love. So, like I said, love requires love. Mantra 27 is your struggle should never outweigh your blessing. They should equal out. If not, then what are you fighting for? And that's kind of similar to making sure your energy, the fight is worth your energy, and the fight is balancing out with your energy. Again, we have the tendency to put ourselves in different types of struggles. And when we do that, it's because we speak our struggles into existence. We say that we're struggling versus saying that we're doing well, or things are well, or we're well, or whatever the case may be. Instead of being positive, we bring on a struggle. We say things that can bring forth a struggle. So when I say make sure that your struggle should not outweigh your blessing, you don't want to struggle more than the blessing is like going to happen. And basically that means like, don't be dirt poor, cheap, and broke down and all about, and the only thing you get from it is a $9 an hour job. I mean, something is better than nothing, and I know that's like a bad analogy right now. However, the reason why I used that analogy is because, again, sometimes we struggle more than we should. Sometimes we make ourselves struggle more than we probably should even be thinking about struggling. And by that, I mean, don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't let your eyes be bigger than your stomach. Don't put more on your plate than you can handle. And don't make your debt to income ratio more. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be trying to keep up with the Joneses and putting yourself in a bad position, in a bad situation, or in a bad position, because then your blessing isn't going to really amount to anything. You know what you're capable of and what you are not capable of. Stick to that, and you will get better as time goes on. Things will get better as time goes on. I keep looking over here because, like, I'm sorry. I had to say this. I had to break it up. But my thing is, so I come up on the 6th floor for my break every single day. I park on the 6th floor up for my break every single day. And this is where I do my videos at. I can have peace, I can have quiet. I don't have people trying to talk to me, getting all involved. And I mean, that's fine if they want to be involved, but don't just sit there and look at me like I'm crazy and don't say nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't know if I'm talking to somebody or not. That's irritating. So that's what the distraction is. So I apologize. But if you want to say something, say something. If you don't want to say anything, then go about your business. Plain and simple. Moving along, because I wanted to limit to this time. Mantra 28 for June 28th. Leave your old skin behind. It no longer fits you anymore. You have outgrown your comfort zone. And basically that means with all that has happened this month, you don't want to take everything that has happened with this month into July. We're a couple of days away from starting fresh, starting new, picking up on things that we should have picked up on before. It's like fresh, it's new, it's another time. So everything that you've learned, you want to take that and apply it to the upcoming month. You want to apply it to your upcoming life. You want to apply it. You want to use it. You want to learn from it. You want to take your wisdom with you and share it with others. Don't just harbor it for yourself, because we don't learn things in life to keep them to ourselves or for ourselves. We learn things in life so we can share it with others. Someone else out there is willing to benefit from something that you have to share. Someone else out there can use what you no longer need anymore. And you don't need that old skin. So take that old skin and, metaphorically speaking, and pass it along to someone else. Share your blessings and your wisdom and your knowledge and your lessons. It's worthwhile. It makes you grow as a person, because if you're not sharing what you've learned and you're not getting rid of the things that you no longer need or no longer can use, then you're not giving yourself room to grow, and you're not giving yourself room for more blessings to come to you. Scooting along to the present day. Mantra number 29 for June 29th. Love should only get the best of you when it's real and unconditional. And I say this because, of course, we all know that it's summertime. You know, the season of marriages are happening. People are getting married everywhere. And those of us who are not married, or those of you who are not married, we want to be married too. We want to have children too. You want to be married too. You want to have children too. In any new relationship, and most times in all new relationships, we are blinded by the fact that, oh, this is new, I've never experienced this before, it's so great, he's so amazing, she's everything I need and everything I want. And we ignore the red flags in life, we ignore the warning signs, we ignore the proceed with caution tape, and we continue forward because it's what we want, instead of acknowledging if it's something we need or don't need. So I beg of you to take time, pay attention to your body. Ladies, we don't get nervous and sweaty hands, and the light-skinned women or the Caucasian women, whoever, your fair-skinned people, we don't have flushed faces only out of like embarrassment or excitement. Sometimes it's because it's our body telling us like, hey, something's wrong, you put me in a bad area, or this is not right, I need you to pay attention because we don't feel right. And hey, you're not paying attention, snap out of it. Pay attention to your body, listen to yourself. Don't just go along with it because it's something new. And if you're unsure of what you're feeling matches exactly what you're seeing and what you're hearing and what you're thinking, then take a step back. You can communicate with people, but I need you to reevaluate and pay close attention to the very first reaction you had around certain people. And I'm not just speaking on relationships like male and female relationships or intimate relationships. I'm speaking on relationships in general. Like, we love all of the people that we're in relationships with. And for the men, I know I said, ladies, we don't get those sweaty hands and nervousness and butterflies in our stomach and all that great stuff for no reason. It's there for a reason. And men, some of you guys get that, some of you don't. But the main thing, I know you do, and please don't laugh when I say this and don't be like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. But like, you know who you want to penetrate and who you don't want to penetrate. And 9 times out of 10, your penis is going to react faster than your brain is. Your penis is not reacting, something's wrong. Think twice before you push the agenda of trying to get to know someone just so you can penetrate them. All of these things align you. They all are a part of you, and they all are signals. And since you can't, none of us, and I'm not just saying the men and women, young, old, brand new, purple, blue, green, orange, black and white, wrinkled and the skin so tight it can feel like look like it's gonna pop off. All of us are blind to new relationships. We don't see the red flags that the other person or that we're sending to people. We don't see any of that. We don't see the warning signs. Pay attention to your body, pay attention to your heart, pay attention to your mind, pay attention to all of that, because all of those things are telling you something. And that's what I mean by that. That's what gets the best of you when you're not aware of self. You're not open-minded and you're not mindful of self. You're not in the here and now. You're in la-la land. So, again, don't let those situations get the best of you, because when they get the best of you, you can tend to get yourself caught up in something that you shouldn't have been caught up in. And then you have to fight with yourself to make it better. You have to fight with yourself to renew yourself. You have to fight with yourself to get yourself back, because you've lost yourself in the process of all of this. Now, are there going to be times where it's a person that just could be having a bad day, which is why you're feeling that weird stuff and you're getting this weird stuff going on? Yes, it absolutely can. And that's why I said, if everything about you is not agreeing, then take a step back. Maybe it's just you that's having a bad day. Maybe it is the other person that's having a bad day, which is why you felt so much of the bad things going on. But whatever you do, make sure you make a sound decision. Don't let the bad love get the best of you. There's good love out there that won't get the best of you. It brings out the best in you. So, the wow word for today is going to be adorn. And the reason why I chose adorn is because people relate that to love. The song Adorn. I love that song. And I looked up the definition, and it means to make more attractive or make more pretty. And if you want some love to adorn you, then you should let your own love adorn you, because no one can make you pretty like you can make you pretty. No one can make you better like you can make you better. You can make each other better, but no one person can make another one person better and not themselves as well. It just doesn't work that way. It has to start with you. So adorn yourself in your own love, and you'll be able to identify those other different loves. You'll be able to be more aware and more mindful of you in the here and now with those different types of love, and you'll be able to understand when someone's love is getting the best of you or when it's bringing out the best in you. It's 15 minutes. It's after 15 minutes, so I'm going to sign off. Again, I apologize. Oh, my good news for today. I'm almost finished with my app. So Finding Me will have its own app. And I want to say that as long as I can get everything to sync correctly, we will all be on one coordination. And I won't have to go from page to page to page to page to make sure everything is in sync. I'm trying to do a lot of things, and I have a lot of activities on there. That way we can, I call it the extracurricular. We have extracurricular to do besides just conversations. We're going to have polls. We're going to have a bookshelf where we can have those who want to be involved in book readings. There are going to be chat groups, group chats and one-on-one chats, stuff like that. So I'm gonna apologize in advance if the app, I'm sorry, doesn't come out as best as I want it to be in the beginning, but I definitely can tell you, if with patience and time, things will get better, because Finding Me has come such a long way from since it very first started, and we're almost at our 1-year anniversary. So yes, all right, that's it. I'm done. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Take the wild word, apply it to yourself, apply it to your life. Rewatch this video as much as you can. I know there was a lot in there and it could be very confusing. So I love you all. That's my queen swag for today, and have a wonderful day.